metaphase, anaphase, telophase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, nuclear division. Got it? I made that up myself. I didn't write the tune because I would have to be like 180 years old. But I did write the words. Okay, our first verse goes like this. In prophase, the chromosome becomes visible. In prophase, the chromosome becomes visible. Prophase, the chromosome becomes visible. Nuclear division. Okay, the next verse goes like this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. In metaphase, the chromosome all line up. In metaphase, the chromosome all line up. In metaphase, the chromosome all line up. Nuclear division. You guys, when Joey gets back, we should make him sing it by himself. Okay. Ready for anaphase? In anaphase, the syndrome is come apart. In anaphase, the syndrome is come apart. In anaphase, the syndrome is come apart. Nuclear division. You can go funky, yes? Okay, telophase is our last stage. Are you ready? Telophase, this one is hard. Because the words get tangly. So get ready. You have to really focus. Telophase is the stage that undoes prophase. Telophase is the stage that undoes prophase. Telophase is the stage that undoes prophase. Nuclear division. Yay! Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's sing the chorus again.
Yeah.
Let's all sing the chorus. Ready? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, nuclear division. Now, my husband tells me he can tell which students I had for anatomy on the first test in his class. Yes, he's like, I can tell yours because they'll be sitting back there going. So, yay! Okay, these are good singers. My other class, they didn't want to sing. They're boring. Aren't you guys a little bit glad I taught preschool first? Okay, so, during which stage of the cell cycle does the nucleus divide? Is that prophase, G1, mitosis, or S phase? During which stage of the cell cycle does the nucleus divide? Nuclear division. What is that stage of the cell cycle? That is the definition of one of our stages of the cell cycle.
Can you post the lyrics online? Like on the...
They're right there.
Oh.
You could write them down.
I
I saw you recording.
I did, but I think it's cool. I'm going to start my coworkers.
They're going to be like, oh my God,
No,
you're
seriously.
crazy.
I like your class a lot.
Oh, I'm glad. Okay.
From the top.
Oh, we should do it again, right? I would love to have a video of them all singing it. But we have to wait for Joey.
All right.
Because Joey's not here. We want him in our movie.
Don't know about it.
Okay, so let's look and see how we did on our definition of, drum roll please, mitosis. By the way, it's right here. Mitosis is what?
Nuclear division.
There we go. Okay, now, here's the thing. You cannot just have your cells all dividing all willy-nilly all the time. Because if they do, you will be out of control. great protein. It's very nice to see you. I'll stay over here so that we're all good. That's contact inhibition. But sometimes a cell does not do that. It goes, I refuse to acknowledge your presence. I'm going to continue to grow and divide. And I'm going to grow and divide, and I will steal all your food. Now, cancer. That cell did not have contact inhibition. It didn't go, I see that you are there, and I will stop growing now, which is what your cell is supposed to be programmed to do. We also have chemical signals in our cells. Like, say that, oh, God forbid, say you break your leg. Let's hope that doesn't happen ever, because I hear it hurts a lot. I've never done it myself. But if you break your leg, then your bone cells will be stimulated to divide, right, to heal your broken leg. That happens not through contact inhibition. I think there's other cells there that are dead now. But that happens through chemical signals using cyclin and CDK. Now, here's something you need to understand. Cyclin is called cyclin because the amount of cyclin go up and down. It cycles. We make it, we use it, we break it down. We make it, we use it, we break it down. That's why it's called cyclin. Whenever we have a cycle of any sort, you can begin any place and go through the cycle. I'm going to look at cyclin and CDK here in just a sec. Okay, G1S, G2, what are those? Interphase, and M is my mitotic state. So during M, that's when my nucleus is dividing, correct? Or most of the time my whole cell, because usually we have cytokinesis there too. It is promoted, get ready, this is a very technical name, by mitosis promoting factor. Yeah, the compound that promotes mitosis is literally called mitosis promoting factor. That's very tricky, guys. We abbreviate it MPF. I don't know what that stands for in game language, but in science, it's MPF, mitosis promoting factor. When the mitosis promoting factor is highest, coincides with when the cyclin concentration is highest. So the cyclin concentration, which is actually going to be, the cyclin is actually going to be part of our MPF. When that peaks, we turn on mitosis and proceed with cell division. So we can stop the production of the MPF, we can stop the activation of the cyclin, and we can stop mitosis from happening. And your cells are programmed, some of them don't, like you're a grown-up, and some of your cells don't do this anymore. Like your brain cells, you take care of them. Like your brain cells are meant to last your whole life. You don't get to make any new ones ever. I would say no alcohol and no a whole bunch of other things. My kinese majors, be careful with your head, right? You have to watch out for your head because every time you get hit in the head, there are new studies out that are showing that we're causing really serious long-term brain damage in there. That's a scary thing for our 17, 18-year-old guys, right? Because you all want to just ram those heads into each other, right? I've seen there's a game, you've probably seen, it's called football, and people put on a plastic hat, yes, and then they ram their heads into each other thinking that makes their heads safe. No, it really doesn't, and that's what we're finding out. Okay, so let's look at our cycling in relation to our cell cycle. During G1